I know my mic is potato quality, but I'm stuck with some headphones, and my good mic is at my apartment where I live for university. So, working with what I got. So after you have IntelliJ installed, you're going to want to do File, New Project, and you should have this lovely window open. I guess there's another prerequisite that you have the Java JDK installed on your machine. I'm assuming that you already have IntelliJ and you already have the Java JDK installed. So after you get this new project dialog, just click Next. That looks great. Click Next. Let's name this project Pong, and let's get the correct directory for where we want to create this project. I should have a YouTube tutorials folder, and there we go. So we're creating a project Pong in any directory you want. In a new window for me because I have my reference code. Alrighty. Also disregard all the lovely desktop icons. I know my desktop's all sorts of messes. So, you should be able to see your project folder structure over here, and if you don't see that for whatever reason, you should be able to go to View, Tool Windows, and click Project, and this lovely little menu will pop up. Click on your project main directory, whatever your folder name is. Oh, it's actually in the YouTube tutorials folder for me. I did that incorrectly. Anyways, navigate to your source folder of your project. Right click New Java class, and let's call that Pong. This will be the bread and butter of your application. This is actually the first thing we're going to do here is let's just write public static void main with a string array of arguments. This basically tells the program that this is your entry point. This is where it will enter, and this is where it will run all of the logic. Okay? Since we will be using Swing for graphics, and Pong is the file that we're going to have most of our main logic for the gain, we're going to go ahead and I believe it's extends JPanel. We're going to extend the JPanel class. So we're going to take advantage of that, and then you can just click Alt-Enter to import the required imports to be able to use JPanel and Swing. Right, so next we're going to want to create a global variable in Pong named a private frame, a swing frame, sorry, JFrame, frame. Easy enough. Let me pull up my reference code here just to make sure I'm not messing anything up. So we also know that we're going to need, let's just do private int width and height for your windows. And let's just start with there for now, okay? We're going to also need to create a constructor method for your Pong class, which basically means whenever you create a Pong object, you can pass in some arguments and assign some variables. So we're just going to do public Pong, and let's just pass in an integer for width and an integer for height. Okay, and we're just going to assign our global variables to these passed in values. So this dot width is equal to width, and this dot height is equal to height. Alrighty. Now from there, we can actually get a window up and running pretty quick for you guys. We're going to need to take our global JFrame object, frame. Let's just make a new equals new JFrame. And here you can set the title that will actually be in the title bar of your window of your application. So let's just write Pong in Java. That should do the trick. A few more prerequisites for the frame object. Let's just do frame.setDefault close operation. Right, so this is where you click the X on the top right of your window. We just want to do window constants dot exit on close. This will elegantly close your program when you hit the top right X on your window. Okay, so to assign the size of the frame, voice crack, to assign the size of the frame, let's just do frame.getContentPane.set preferred size. And it requires a dimension object, so let's just do new dimension and simply pass in your width and your height. All right. So we're getting content pane here. So frame.getContentPane.set preferred size because we are going to add our Pong class, which extends JPanel, so it inherits JPanel. We're going to add that to the frame object. So we need to assign the content pane where the frame or the JPanel actually gets inserted into the frame. All right. From there, we can do frame.pack. Make sure those dimensions are assigned. Frame.set local. Set location relative to null. This will make sure that when you open the window, it will be centered on your monitor. Pretty simple. Let's also just go ahead and set frame.set resizable to false so that the user cannot resize the window, just so that we don't have to deal with that. All right. So I believe if we just do frame.set visible, pass in a true Boolean value, we should be good to go. Let's go into our main class here, or our main method here, and create a Pong object. Pong. A Pong object named Pong is equal to a new Pong object. And let's throw in 800 by 800, right? Sorry. One last thing in our Pong constructor method. We did not add our Pong object, which is a JPanel. So frame.add this. Frame.add this class, which is in the constructor method. Now we should be good to go. So Pong is equal to new Pong. And let's see what that does. Run the code here. You can just do run Pong. I just right click and click run Pong.main. And here you go. You have a swing window with the title that we passed in, Pong in Java. Nothing much to see here. Just an 800 by 800. You can adjust these values here to whatever you pass in. And now if you click the red X, it will close elegantly. Process finished with exit code 0. That's good. And there you go. That's the basic window that we will be adding our visuals and playing our game in. I will leave it at that. Next video we will be getting into the actual game logic, getting some fancy graphics on the screen, and all of that fancy stuff.